What is going on, everyone? Steve-O Supremo here, and I am just another game collector. And with the announcement of the Nintendo Switch 2, they told us they were going to be bringing GameCube games to the Nintendo Online expansion pack. And if I do recall, I think it is a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive, right? I don't think the Nintendo Switch is actually getting these GameCube games. But with that being said, I'm sure everyone has their dream list of games they would love to see come to the system, to the online network. And I have 5 games here that I wanted to point out that I would really like to see. There's a bunch of stuff that could be thrown on this list, but I'm more focused on multiplayer and co-op stuff because I love playing stuff in co-op. I love playing multiplayer games, and I could do the single player stuff kind of at home. The cool thing about having the online service with the expansion pack is being able to play multiplayer with your friends around the world with GameCube games, with the Super Nintendo game, with everything that's been on there. So I have 5 games here that I would like to talk about and share, and I'd be curious to see what you guys want to see on the system when it comes and launches. So they have a vast library they could choose from, over 500 plus games. Some of these are going to be tricky, like with when it comes to licensing and stuff. I do not know how all that works. I know first party Nintendo games like the first one we're seeing here, Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. I think this is going to be a guarantee to be on there one day. This is a shoe-in. But some of the third party ones I'm going to be showing, I don't know how that will work. But anyways, let's get into it. Again, I'm more focused on co-op and multiplayer stuff, so let's dive into this. And like I said, right off the bat here, Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. There are so many of these Mario kind of party-like and sports games I could have chose from, but I love playing golf games, and I love Toadstool Tour, and it would just be awesome to be online, just playing a couple rounds with my friends, hanging out in Discord, and shooting some rounds of golf. It would just be a blast. So any type of Mario Golf action would be awesome on there, and of course, there's only one that's on the GameCube, so Toadstool Tour. So I tried to limit like the sports section. There's kind of one more sport-ish game in here, but man, NBA Street, NFL Street, all that stuff would be cool too. But we went ahead and chose Mario Golf. So next up, Legend of Zelda: Four Swords Adventures. I think when this came back in the day, it wasn't too well received. A lot of people were like, well, what is this? It's not like a true Zelda game or anything, but I never actually really even played it. Never played it, but I know that you could do like a 4-player co-op in it, and there's like these missions and story and stuff you can go through. So I really want to give that a try. I've yet to do it yet, and I think originally you had to have like Game Boys all linked up to be able to do this. I think Four Swords Adventures is actually on the Game Boy Advance side of the Nintendo Online expansion pack. So maybe you can already kind of do this, but I really haven't dabbled into it. So let's go ahead and bring the GameCube one over too. Again, this is one that I think is for sure probably going to happen because it's a first-party game. We've already seen the Game Boy Advance option on there. So let's just go ahead and bring the GameCube one. And I'm looking forward to doing some 4-player co-op action with some buddies. Now, next up is a double hitter, the X-Men Legends series. We're going to go ahead and just put these side by side because, again, if this ever comes to it, it would be like both at the same time. I wouldn't see them doing one and then later on doing the other. It'd be like, boom, here's the pack of them. Now, this was this came out on multiple systems. You can get it on everything. You can get it on PS2, you can get it on Xbox. And again, this is one of those things with licensing. I just don't know how it would work, but this is where like started it all for like the Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That's such a huge series that people fell in love with. X-Men Legends kind of got that ball rolling with that, with its action RPG combat and being able to put skills and level up your characters like in this game. I'm looking forward to actually trying to play through it fully. I started this with my kids, years ago now, but they were having trouble wanting to get into it. So I'm looking forward to playing it with my online looter buddy Alex, who I could try to convince to play this with me because he's my looter action RPG co-op partner. So let's see if he wants to get into some action with playing some X-Men Legends because these were well reviewed, well received, and I need to play through them because I played Marvel Ultimate Alliance, love those, but I've never played through X-Men Legends yet, and I would love to do it co-op. So let's bring some X-Men Legends to the GameCube online service so we can get some four-player co-op going. I think it would be awesome. It would also be interesting to see how it would work. I know with the co-op in these games, you're kind of screen sharing all on one screen, so it's not split up. But I believe the next game we're going to talk about here, it's going to be interesting to see how they could do this one. Or sorry, the last one we're going to talk about. But Def Jam Fight for New York is another one. Now, like I said, it kind of fell into the sports category. But guys, this is one of the greatest wrestling games ever made, ever created. And just to do some online, like multiplayer, fighting each other would be a blast. Love playing wrestling games. It wouldn't be much to it. It's just going to be online wrestling, just like any other online wrestling match game. But you can create your character in here. It'd be cool to see the move sets that people design for their fighters in this, and just it would be awesome. It's also one of those games that's really expensive to try to get on the GameCube, and I don't even have the GameCube version. I only have the PlayStation 2 version. So for people to have access to it, to be able to play it again, would be awesome, because this is a series that I wish would make a comeback. These were some of the best wrestling games ever made. I haven't played Def Jam Icon though, but they really switched everything up in that game. That was more like a side by side, like fighting game rather than a wrestling game. But Fight for New York, incredible game, needs to be brought to the online service so we can have some online wrestling matches. But last but not least, it should be no surprise, it's probably on a list for a lot of people because it's a big one that would be awesome to see come to the online service to play multiplayer. And I only have a disc-only copy of it, but we have the other versions here so we can get a better view of what we're talking about. And that is Phantasy Star Online. Episodes 1 and 2 Plus would be the ones that need to come on there, like to have the Plus versions. It would be incredible to finally dive into this game, back to its roots in an online form, without having to go through your computer and work through all these private servers. It would just be awesome to just play online with the GameCube. Now, with this, these games you could do like local co-op with them, and it kind of splits your screen for 1 and 2 player. So if they did incorporate the online technology for this game, I feel like that's the way they're going to do it. Like they wouldn't bring back an actual server so you could do online, Phantasy Star Online, or maybe they'll shock the world and that's what would happen and they could do it. But I just don't see it doing it that way. I'd be curious to see if that could happen, but I feel like they're going to do just split screen co-op action. So it will still kind of be split up, but man, it would be awesome if you could just, actually this is saying up to 4 players. So you could do 4 players split screen. Jiminy Christmas. It would be awesome if it could just be online though. So if they have a way to do that and incorporate that, it would be cool. Like, could you imagine just going in there, walking into a lobby and seeing like Happy Console Gamer sitting there with his character just ready to go on some missions or something? So many YouTubers I enjoy watching would be awesome to see on the servers for Phantasy Star Online, and like get some matches in with them and go on some quests, get some loot. Again, Alex, calling you out, man. If this happens, we're playing some Phantasy Star Online. I know I don't want to get you addicted to your MMOs or nothing, but we got to go into Phantasy Star Online and go do some questing. So I hope it happens. I hope they bring it to the system because it would just be awesome. I'd love to be able to go online and tackle this and just level up a character in it and just dive into it, because looters and ARPGs are pretty much like my favorite series going right now. Last Epoch Season 2 came out, a week ago? And I've already put almost 30 plus hours into it in just a week. Like, I sit and just grind and just love those games. So it's just love RPGs, love looters. Did a podcast episode with Alex Returning Mother Base. You guys should go check out and hear our thoughts on looters and stuff, because we just both love them. So bring Phantasy Star to the service. This is another one. I don't know if it would be a really tricky one or if they could do it easily. I know they have good relationship with Sega now, so maybe it's something they could easily just put on there, or maybe they'd have to go through hoops. I don't know. So, but those are the 5 games, guys. These are the ones I'm suggesting, just because we can get some online and some co-op action going on into it, a little bit of multiplayer action as well. So what do you guys think? What are some of the games that you'd want to see on there? Maybe some multiplayer games or co-op games that I missed out on that are a blast to play together on the GameCube. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.